Most people spend money on ads and lose. I'm going to show you how exactly I spent $238,000 in 6 months and made a profit of $426,000, not revenue. And it's using all of the methods on this whiteboard here, and there's several different strategies. We have the AI VSL conversion machine, the AI follower funnel, we have the spiderweb marketing technique, the influence engine, the opt-in spiderweb. I'm going to break these down one by one and show you exactly how they all work and how it all collectively works as an ecosystem so you can implement some of this into your business too. Now, the big mistake most people are making when it comes to actually marketing is they don't understand. They just look at one thing from a granular level. Like, how is this ad performing? You have to zoom out and look at the big picture of not just your paid ads, but also your organic marketing and put it all together. So I've sectioned this together. We have the spiderweb, essentially a lot of our organic content. We have a technique called the influence engine, which is what we teach a lot of our clients, and I break these down. Now, what I'm doing is I'm going to start with the basic funnel. The most basic funnel you can use if you're looking to scale a business on ads is an AI follower funnel, where essentially we do this. We create content, which we then push out with ads to create followers, that we then engage the followers to then book sales calls. Now, what that process entails is we use AI to create the perfect type of content that's going to resonate with your dream avatar, get you a good cost per follower, which generally you want to be looking for something under $1 is a good price point, to then get you qualified booked calls. Now, what happens when most people book calls? They have the issue that they don't show up or the leads aren't very warm. And this is going to bring us into the second system in this design Picasso of ads, which is called our influence engine. Now, what is the influence engine? This is designed to get show rate up and to create trust. So essentially what we're doing with the influence engine and the AI follower funnel together is we are using video reviews and we are using case studies that we are going to push to people who are in this funnel. So they are going to see testimonial videos, they're going to see testimonial compilations, they're going to see before and after photos, because this reduces skepticism, which is a big problem in online marketing right now, and increase trust and increase the call sharp rate. What we also do within the influence engine here as well is we actually push out content that is organic. So we push organic content to people who are in this funnel here as well. So they're seeing things that are going to actually break objections before the call. So we can kind of pre-handle that. Now, that's the first basic funnel. The second one we're going to look at is the AI VSL conversion machine. We've rolled this out with some of our biggest clients, someone like Don Wenner, for example, in 7-figure scaling systems, doing around 150 to 200K a month using a VSL. And what this essentially looks like is we start with an ad. We use an ad, which is scripted very heavily with AI, so it's the perfect language that then triggers people to take the right action you want. We have full videos and trainings in that in terms of how we do that within 7-figure scaling systems. We then pull people through to an opt-in page on a landing page. Now, a big mistake a lot of people make with VSL conversions is that you don't actually actively try and book the calls. Now, we book a lot of calls in our own VSLs from dialing them, DMing them when they come in, and emailing them. And we have set automations and techniques that we use to basically do that to increase the call bookings. Because not that many leads will necessarily book all of themselves in direct. A lot need to sometimes be encouraged, or maybe there isn't a time that's available. So once the lead's opted in, we then pull them through to the AI VSL. Now, what is an AI VSL? This is essentially a machine that is going to sell for you 24/7. It's constantly going to churn leads into warm prospects who then come onto calls. And this is the quickest way to be scaling your business in 2025 if you want to get to big numbers. Now, if you're not doing this right now, you are leaving a lot of money on the table, and this can be done to such a high degree by the amount of data you can put into the VSLs now and how easy it is to like split test and optimize these things by using AI. And the people who aren't using this right now are the people who can get left behind, and the people who are have the unfair advantage. This is where we've actually recently in our own business launched 4 VSLs in about a week, and we're split testing different videos, different copies to see which ones hit the best. Now from the VSL, we're pulling people into the call. Now, obviously, what happens here with the call? Again, the same problem. The show rate can be an issue. Now, what do? We use the influence engine again, another strategy which is designed to create trust to improve the show rate. Again, pushing before and after photos, video reviews, case studies. Now, this is one segment in terms of the ads funnel. The second segment we have to look at is, yes, this is bringing new people into our world. Now, if you look at something like the spider web we have here, what happens essentially? People come in from the follower funnel, people come in from the AI conversion machine, they're going into our social media, they're going to emails, and what a lot of people actually do from paid ads is this, is they actually, even if it's not a follower funnel, they will follow you. So you're building an audience and building a brand just by running ads, which is why the more you spend, the more profitable they tend to get. Now, with the spider web technique, we are pulling people into our ecosystem and then we're trying to push them into other platforms. See, platforms we're trying to get them to, email. So opt-ins, we're collecting their email here, and then explain in the second opt-in spider web ad technique we use. We're then going to take emails, we're then going to put them into long form content, such as this video. This is the best way to try and warm people up. We then take them also to podcasts to educate, give value, and also warm them up. In Storytel, you've got short form content, which is great from a conversion mechanism. And then we've got also LinkedIn and TikTok, which are other platforms that are more top of funnel. Now, the spider web also works synergistically with the influence engine. Why? Because what we're doing is we also retarget back upwards to everyone in this ecosystem with content, video reviews, case studies, client results. And this is where you want omnipresence. You want to swamp your market and become the category king. Because when you become the category king, you earn more than anyone else, and you want to be the first name in your specific field of what you do. A great example of this would be our client, Dave Kennedy, who did 250,000 euros last month. He helps farmers get in shape, doing 250,000 euros a month. He is the king of that category, which is a very different niche, but that's a prime example in terms of when you are the number one person in that space, you make the most money. And at the end of this video, I'm going to break down some stats I'm going to show you, which are frightening in terms of what you need to implement into your business so you can get this type of return, making over $400,000 in 6 months, profit just from ads, and the 3 things you shouldn't be doing. Now, the last part of this ads ecosystem we have is the opt-in spider web. We run what's called an instant form ad on Facebook. You can also do this direct just to like an opt-in page on a funnel. However, the opt-in price tends to be slightly more expensive than an instant form, which is basically where it's auto-populated. Now, why are we doing this? Why are we running this type of opt-in? So this is essentially for like a lead magnet. We're pulling people into our world. Why do we want these people's information? Because I'm trying to pull traffic. I want people into my world, as many people as possible. The more people I can pull into the spider web, we are pulling to YouTube, podcasts, Instagram, everywhere. They're getting pulled into this ecosystem where once they come in, they can never escape. And we use a very high level ad tracking software called Hyros. And even actually we had someone sign up yesterday, for example, who I saw who did this exact journey. He came from the instant form, he came into the spider web, and he booked a call from a podcast and signed up. And this is something that happens very, very frequently. The paid ad will pull someone in, and the organic long-form content will convert them into a client, or even potentially the email. Or potentially, they come in from the ad into the spider web, they follow on Instagram, and then they get booked in for a call. Now, that's the first step, instant form opt-in. Now, how we really get this spider web technique to work is we look to try and get people to book in a sales call from multiple different variations. So when they first opt in, we dial the leads. We do about 2,000 calls a day. We email the leads with an email automation. We will also DM them on social media. The second step, once they've then opted in, has a VSL, which is created with AI, which sole goal is to try and get them to book a call indirectly. The second thing that happens is they then go into a free school community, which is completely sick, by the way, has loads of value, loads of things to help people, that we will then DM them there, try and sell them into a sales call, and there's also CTAs and ways they can book themselves in. There's VSLs within the school that book them. So if you look at this one strategy here of the spider web, of just the ad strategy coming through, we are booking calls from dialing them, emailing them, DMing them, the VSL's booking calls, we're DMing a school, and a CTA post in school. That is how you literally cover all these bases in one go. This is how you get everything as an ecosystem to work together. And And that is essentially how we've gone from spending $238,000 in 6 months, making a profit, not revenue, of $426,000. A cost to acquire a customer, of how much it costs them to sign up, very important number you need to know, is $1,657. And this is frightening. How many clicks did we get from ads over 6 months? 102,742 people. Over 100,000 people clicked on an ad from me in the last 6 months specifically. Now, this is what you need to try and actually build into your business so you can scale. Because what happens with this system, which is beautiful, and if you're looking to have a long-term business and you want to play a long-term game, this system gets bigger and bigger and bigger and more profitable the longer you go. It's like a snowball. As it kind of goes down the hill, it's going to gain momentum, it's going to build and build and build. And once you get this snowball going, it's going to actually compound and grow for you and become an unstoppable monster. And that's essentially what we help our clients implement into their business. Now, there's 3 reasons right now your paid ads aren't working. Number 1, knowledge and systems. You don't know what you don't know. You're paying a huge amount in ignorance tax, guessing with your ads. You don't know what strategies to run, how to run them, and the granular details, the difference between losing money and making a profit. Because the difference of you having an ad that's 0.8 ROAS and an ad that's 2 ROAS is potentially millions and millions and millions. And essentially what we help people do is build a cash machine. You put $1 in, you get $4 back. You just put more in the front end. And that's the gap you're currently paying. Second is AI. I referred to AI multiple times in the system here. The reason for this, AI is the great equalizer. It allows you to split test things quickly, it allows you to have very precise sniper rifle data in terms of how you market, so your prospects feel like you're literally in their head. We use that by using things like personality tests, data from your actual businesses, so that you literally cannot miss with your ads and your marketing. And the third thing is data. You don't know your numbers. Do you know your LTV? Do you know your CAC? Do you know all this data here so you can spend it with confidence? Because when you can spend and you can actually scale your business, that's how you go from actually having like a plaything of being an entrepreneur to actually being an entrepreneur where you can just ramp up the spend. Because the world is changing faster than ever right now, and the reality is it's very much becoming a pay-to-play game, and you have to learn to play the game. And if you don't know how to play the game in terms of how to scale with paid ads, we specialize specifically in doing that and with AI. If you hit the link below this video, we will walk through the whole process in terms of how we do that, and we will actually show you how we can do that inside your own business. And if we think you're a good fit to work with us, we will offer that to you too. If we don't think you're at the level to do that, we won't. If you took value from this video, smash the like button, subscribe, comment below any questions below, and if you'd like more whiteboard videos like this, let me know as well. If you also like the enormous whiteboard, which is the biggest one I could buy, it's like almost doesn't fit my house, comment below.